Odyssey 3 continued. Discussion between Nestor and Telemachus continues. Nestor wants to know why the suitors are allowed to behave as they do. Telemachus bemoans the situation and asks Nestor to tell about the fate of Agamemnon. He answered, O thou greatest grace of Greece, Orestes made that Greek his masterpiece, and him the Greeks will give a master praise, verse finding him to last all after days. And would to God the gods would favor me with his performance, that my injury done my mother's wooers, being so foul, I might revenge upon their every soul, who, pressing me with contumelies, dare such things as past the power of utterance are. But heaven great powers have graced my destiny with no such honor. Both my sire and I are born to suffer everlastingly. Because you name those wooers, friend, said he, report says many such, in spite of thee, wooing thy mother, in thy house commit the ills thou namest. But say, proceedeth it from will in thee to bear so foul a foil? Or from thy subjects' hate, that wish thy spoil, and will not aid thee, since their spirits rely against thy rule on some grave augury? What know they, but at length thy father may come, and with violence their violence pay, or he alone, of all the Greeks with him? But if Minerva now did so esteem thee, as thy father in times past, whom past all measure she with glorious favors graced among the Trojans, where we suffered so, oh, I did never see in such clear show the gods so grace a man as she to him, to all our eyes appeared in all her trim. If so, I say, she would be pleased to love, and that her mind's care thou shouldst so much couldst move, as did thy father. Every man of these would lose in death their seeking marriages. O father, answered he, you make amaze sees me throughout. Beyond the height of phrase you raise expression, but 'twill never be that I shall move in any deity so blessed an honor. Not by any means. If hope should prompt me, or blind confidence, the god of fools, or every deity should will it, for 'tis past my destiny. The burning-eyed dame answered, what a speech hath passed the teeth guard nature gave to teach. Fit question of thy words before thee fly. God easily can, when to mortal eye he furthest off a mortal satisfy, and does the move still. For thy cared for sire, I rather wish that I might home retire, after my sufferance of a world of woes far off, and then my glad eyes might disclose a day of my return. Then straight retire, and perish standing by my household fire, as Agamemnon did, that lost his life by false Aegisthus and his falser wife. For death to come at length, 'tis due to all. Nor can the gods themselves, when fate shall call their most loved man, extend his vital breath beyond the fixed bounds of abhorred death. Mentor, said he, let's dwell no more on this, although in us the sorrow pious is. No such return as we wish, fates bequeath my erring father, whom a present death the deathless have decreed. I'll now use speech that tends to other purpose, and beseech instruction of grave Nestor, since he flows past shore in all experience, and knows the sleights and wisdoms, and whose heights aspire others, as well as my commended sire, whom fame reports to have commended 3 ages of men, and doth in sight to me show like the immortals. Nestor, the renown of old Neleus, make clear the truth known, how the most great in empire, Atreus' son, sustained the act of his destruction. Where then was Menelaus? How was it that false Aegisthus, being so far unfit a match for him, could his death so enforce? Was he not then in Argos, or his course with men so left, to let a coward breathe spirit enough to dare his brother's death?